Dzień dobry, I'm Joseph, otherwise known as The Collection, and welcome to my garage.
So Joseph, how many cars do you have?
Very good question. I keep forgetting. I think, and I think currently I have 10 cars here, but I have cars which are still in production, cars which are in other countries. So I think right now I'm at about 14, 15, 16 cars. I don't know exactly.
Okay, so what do we got here?
Here I've got a selection of cars, being sports cars, supercars. I've got a Porsche 911 GT3 RS. Great car. I've got a limited edition Lamborghini Aventador SVJ Roadster, one of only 800 cars ever made. I'm very, very lucky to have that. Next to that, I've got a Ferrari F12 Berlinetta, very great car as well. And then next to that, I've got a McLaren 720S, followed by a McLaren 600 LT. And then in the corner, which you can maybe just about see, I have a race car, which is also legal for the road. It's called a BAC Mono. Then on this side, yeah, I forgot, we have a Rolls-Royce Wraith. Beautiful car, very comfortable, very, very smooth drive. Then I have my daily car, which is my BMW M5, very strong engine. Next to that, I have a very, very important car in my collection, which is the Fiat 126P, which is otherwise known as the Maluch. And I've got this car because for me, it has a lot of historical value, much, much more than all the supercars and luxury cars that I have. So it's very important that I have this car in my collection. It's original and it will always stay original. Beautiful car there. That's part of the collection, the main collection.
So this is a very special car, right?
Very, very special car. It's a limited edition. One of only 800 cars made by Lamborghini. It's called the Lamborghini Aventador SVJ. And the beauty of it is, even though it has a hardtop, it is a convertible. So the roof can come off, you can enjoy the sun, drive with the wind blowing through my hair. Here we've got two McLarens, which is a UK brand. First car is a McLaren 720S. The second car is a McLaren 600 LT. Difference in cars is that the 720S has a lot more power, 720 horsepower. Both rear-wheel drive, both turbo engines. The McLaren 600 LT has 600 horsepower. This car I use more as a daily car, kind of. Okay. Well, I use them all as daily cars, but this one has a lot of power, but it's very comfortable for daily driving. The other car, the blue one, is a lot more rigid in the chassis, so it's more focused for the track. And I'm not a great driver, but what I try to do is get some track experience, and the 600 LT is a great car.
Okay. Are you going to let your son pick up girls in your class?
The funny thing is, it's not my sons that I worry about, it's my daughter.
Okay.
Yeah, look, I always say that for me, I enjoy these cars, but these cars will all be left for my children, okay? And when they are older, if they want to keep and drive the cars, they're more than welcome to. If they want to sell them, fine, no problem. But it's nice having the kids appreciate the cars now, while I'm still and go to my local Lidl or Biedronka, do the food shopping for the kids in this. It's incredible. It has full Formula 3 almost technology. It's a car that drives maybe 0 to 100 in approximately 2.6, 2.7 seconds. So you can always stay ahead of the traffic.
There's a limited number of the cars in the world, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this is only one of 2 cars in Poland. There's another car which is actually here in Poznaniak now. This car is actually a one of one because I paid a little bit extra to have this full carbon fiber body, which is in this wonderful purple color, as well as the removable steering wheel. So as far as this car is concerned, there's only one in the world, my car. So here you have the steering wheel. It looks very complicated, but it's actually not. It's pretty straightforward.
This one has some luxurious details.
This does. This is a 2019 Rolls-Royce Wraith, which is a 2-door coupe. It's very much a luxurious car, but because of the styling of it, it's quite a sporty car as well. Very, very comfortable car to drive, has a lot of power, and it has a very neat feature, being this point here, which is the Silver Serif. And one of the features being that if somebody tries to steal it, it disappears. Another important feature in the car is the interior. So if you take a look, why don't you sit down, take a seat inside the car. So if you take a look above you in the car, you have a beautiful starlight roof. And driving late at night, slowly through the city, and you have this above you is incredible. And one of the reasons why I actually bought this car was because my daughter doesn't like any of the sports cars. She doesn't. She calls them her vomit cars because of how they make her feel. So I purchased this car because I wanted something that would be quite nice to drive as a family, but also that she would like the starlight roof. And it works because she likes this car.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it really is. It's very, very different.
What about this thing?
Yes, and I will show you the most expensive umbrella that you've ever seen in the world.
Okay.
And it's great because when I bought the umbrella, they gave me a free car. So each door side has an umbrella. So it's pretty cool. So when you actually use the umbrella, when it's wet, when you pop it back in here, the heat from the engine actually dries the umbrella.
You also have one more car that isn't here, that is?
Yeah, I have a Lancia Delta Integrale Evo 2, and it's a rally car, and the reason why it's not here is because it's currently sitting in a box outside the MTB Expo, and that for me is another car which is from my childhood, a very, very important, iconic car in the rallying world, because it was a car which subsequently won 6 international championships year after year for Lancia. So this is a car which I dreamed of when I was younger, and I was able to make that dream come true about 3 or 4 months ago. So I have the Integrale.
You also have our national pride, Malu. Why is that?
Your national pride and my national pride. Well, not my national pride, but my pride very much in my garage. I absolutely love this car. I really, really do. And it was very important for me to have it as part of my collection. I live in Poland. I call Poland my home. My daughter is half Polish. And for me to be able to have a Malu in its original condition as part of my collection amongst my supercars and luxury cars, it means everything for me. And I get so much joy, believe it or not, taking this car out. And I drive this quite a lot. I drive it around Poznaniak. And for me, it's about emotions. Everything about me is about emotion, sharing emotions and sort of sharing positivity. And when I go out in this little supercar, the smiles on people's faces is incredible. And that's why I have it. And that's why I will always have this as the heart of my collection. And people ask me what came first, the cars or the Instagram account, the collection. And I think it just came about because of passion. That's what it comes down to. I've always had a passion for cars, always, since I was a child, like most people. It first started with the Ferrari, the F12, the red one. And when I purchased that car, I thought, might be nice to have another car, being the Lamborghini. And what I've realized I'm doing now is I'm going back into my youth, my childhood. And I'm now starting to buy all the cars that I always dreamed about when I was younger. So that's why I have the Integrale in particular, and I'll be bringing some other cars, some other classic Ferraris, Lamborghinis. But to be able to indulge in my passion now, that for me is everything, it really is.
How many cars do you want to have in total?
It's how long is a piece of string. I have a goal, I have a personal goal, and my target for this year is 30 cars. I'm now at about 14, 15, I think 14, 15, 16 cars. I keep forgetting the exact number, but I should be at about 30 cars by the end of the year. If I make that, then it means then I set my goals too short, which means then I will buy more cars.